To continue to raise the alarm about the serious, deadly, highly contagious spread of COVID-19 in the state of Mississippi. As was said yesterday, and as was said last week, we continue to be in a dangerous position. The spread continues to be aggressive. Our hospital system continues to be stressed. I'm a pretty skeptical guy by nature, so I sympathize with the people who are still not on board with this mission. But I'm telling you, it's real, it's deadly, and it is getting worse, not better. And the best way I've seen to deal with it is to wear a mask as often as humanly possible. It's not fun, it's not convenient, but I believe in my heart it is much better than widespread economic shutdowns. And it's way, way, way better than widespread death. Please wear a mask as often as possible. I also want to share some information today on assistance for our cities and our counties. Earlier this morning, we had very productive statewide calls with members of Board of Supervisors, as well as with members of the Mississippi Municipal League, mayors, as well as members of city councils. We laid out this information in detail, and I'm going to ask Director Greg Michelle, who is leading the effort, to provide more information for you. The bottom line, the legislature did provide some money for local governments to help reimburse expenses. It's going to help defray the cost that they've incurred. Hopefully, it can help keep more people on the job and can prevent more layoffs. I know that it is not enough to overcome the terrible cost of COVID-19, but it is something. It is a start, and it is necessary. And we're going to do everything we can to get it out quickly and efficiently. As I said on the calls this morning, the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency is the right entity to do that. They have experience in the distribution of federal money. They do it every single day, every week, every month, and every year with Stafford Act money, and they are well equipped to do the same with this CARES Act money. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Director Michelle and let him give you an update on this program.
Thank you, Governor. As the Governor mentioned, we did have calls earlier today with the Mississippi Municipal League as well as the Mississippi Association of Supervisors, and we've had calls leading up to that the last week. Through the efforts of our legislators, through Legislator House Bill 1799 and Senate Bill 3047, MEMA was allocated $70 million of a CARES Act fund to assist municipalities and counties to offset COVID-related expenses. There will be two tracks by which counties and municipalities will be able to apply for reimbursement of their expenses. As the Governor's already indicated, one of those is going to be through the public assistance venue. We are already established with that. We already have that system in place. The modules by which we do that, and for most counties and municipalities, it is no different in filing for public assistance through this process than they would through our normal natural disasters such as tornadoes, hurricanes, flash flooding. So most of the counties and municipalities are familiar with that process. That is 75% reimbursable from the federal government as it stands today. The additional 25% cost share match that is required for public assistance will be covered from that allocation of the $70 million for public assistance expenses. For those expenses that are not eligible under public assistance but are eligible under CARES Act guidance, then those expenses will be applied for through a different venue. That is a new process, and that is a process that we're putting in place right now. We're very close to having that online application process. It will look very similar to what we do with public assistance, but it must be new because it is a different venue, given that it is 100% reimbursable. It is important to know that counties and municipalities will not have the option of which venue they choose. If it is a public assistance eligible expense, they will be required to go and use that route. We've already got approximately 25 to 30 applicants that have already submitted project work statements, so we are already working those now. For those expenses, again, that are not eligible for public assistance but are eligible under CARES Act, they will use that venue and that venue alone for those expenses. We do know that there will be some expenses that will be submitted that aren't eligible either way. Unfortunately, we'll just have to work those as we go. The tools that we'll be utilizing to help educate counties and municipalities on how to do that. We've developed some tutorials. Mallory's Communication Shop has worked together with my recovery director to put together some tutorials. We have that here in hard copy form. This is just an example of one of the tools. This will be posted on MEMA's website. All of the applications will be accessed through MEMA's website at msema.org. Go to our resources tab and you can scroll through and find all those resources there. One additional asset that we're going to put into place once the new application for CARES Act is there is a call center. So if you cannot get the questions answered that you need either online, then you'll have the opportunity to call a qualified group of folks who will be working a call center that will be located as part of our Joint Information Center at MEMA to assist you with answering questions along the way. Application process. The bill requires that the legislation requires MEMA to start making disbursements from that CARES Act not later than August the 15th. We will exceed that because, again, as already mentioned, we've already got applicants under public assistance now. So we will begin disbursements prior to that. The application period for the CARES Act, the application for public assistance is already open. It's been open since the beginning of this declaration. But for CARES Act, we will have that up and operational. It will open on August the 3rd, and the application period will run until October the 15th. One final thing to make note is that counties and municipalities, as directed by this legislation, will be allocated by population from the county and the municipality, will be allocated a set pot of funding. That was the fair and equitable way that our legislators decided to do that, and so your funding will be set aside and your draw either from your state cost share to match PA or from 100% reimbursement will come from that cost share allocation. One of the questions that I've been asked is, well, what do you do if a county doesn't use all their money or we run out of money? The answer to that question is after 15 October, if there's any funding available, we will do everything that we can to allow another allocation of funding to go out. But keep in mind, this takes time. We have a very short window of time, and our first priority is to process those applications through the initial application period. All this funding must be allocated and sent out by 31 November, and then that funding comes back to the governor for allocation based on his priorities.